Hey, I'm Megan, and this is my channel, Glue Guns and Roses, where I'm all about decorating on a budget. And in this video, I want to share these DIY Dollar Tree Easter spring decorations. Super easy, super cheap, so let's just go ahead and get started. For my first DIY, I'm using 2 of these signs from the Dollar Tree. Using pliers, I push off the little bunnies. They come off easily, set them aside, because I will use them later on. Then using the wood grain contact paper from the Dollar Tree, I trace out my signs. I do this to both signs, cut them out, and then I also cut out where the boards would be, if that makes sense, like in between the boards. To connect the signs, I just use duct tape and hot glue with some popsicle sticks, and this makes it pretty sturdy. Then just using black acrylic paint, I paint in between where my boards will go, and on the sides of the sign, on the edges, all around the perimeter of the sign. Then when I go back to put my boards in place, they are different sizes, but I do change the direction they're facing, so they kind of look like different planks of wood and not just contact paper that fit together perfectly. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. At least you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. Then just folding a piece of paper in half, I drew out the body of a bunny. I freehanded this and some bunny ears, folded it, cut them out. Then just using Scotch tape, I put them back together. I did decide to make some little feet for my bunny as well. This is what I'm making for my stencil, and you'll see how I do this as the video goes on. Using clear contact paper from the Dollar Tree, I peel it back and I put my bunny underneath a sticky side and then smooth that back down. Then I'm going to cut out my bunny, and where I made my initial cut, I did tape that back together with Scotch tape. This is going to be my stencil. I've done this a few times and I really like the way that the clear contact paper from Dollar Tree works as stencils, and it can be saved to reuse. Smoothing it down on my sign, as you can see, I did not get all the wrinkles out, but I'm not too concerned about it because I'm just going to use some chalk paint, and when I paint onto the sign, I work from the outside in. And I'm also painting in the same direction that the wood would be going if it were real. So like the same way the grain would go. I hope that makes sense once again. It makes sense in my mind, so. Anyways, once that dries, which dries pretty quickly because I am using chalk paint, I just peel away the stencil. If anything peels up, like the wood grain paper, I just push it back down, no biggie. Any areas I kind of got out of the lines, there was bleeding, just using a wet piece of cotton or Q-tip, I wipe that away. This part is optional, but I like to sand it down because it does make it like more rustic and kind of show some of the wood grain through. It makes it look more realistic to me. It also gives the sign more of a matte finish versus a shine finish, so totally optional like I said. Next, some rope. I'm going to pull it apart until it's like a fuzzy mess looking like cotton, so like this. And this is going to be my bunny's cottontail. Hot glue and put the little tail on his butt. And then here he is. I really like the way this looks. I've done stuff like this before. If you wanted a taller sign, you could definitely use 3 of these and be super cute outside. I think I actually might put this next to my fireplace. Either way, I'm digging it. Something like this at Pier 1 or Kirkland's would be at least 15 or 20. This is only $4, so I'm loving it. For my next DIY, I'm using 2 packs of these 12-pack eggs from the Dollar Tree and pulling the little ribbons off. And then I'm going to cut my eggs in half. They're foam, they cut super easy, not hard at all. And then one of these little green foam wreaths from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to go all the way around and glue my eggs, pointing in the same direction, but kind of randomly and alternating colors. And so, like I said, all the way around the wreath, I think I had like 3 eggs, half eggs, I guess, left over. And then I'm going to go back in between the eggs using hot glue and using the dark moss from the Dollar Tree, the Spanish moss. Once again, all of this is from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to go and put this all around the wreath. If it looks messy, I don't care because, you know, I want it to look like a bird's nest. And bird's nests are not clean or tidy. And then using this bunny from my last DIY, I'm going to put it onto my sign. I also use some burlap at the top. I'm not totally sold on this though. I'm not for sure if I'm going to leave the bunny or take him off because I kind of like the wreath as is. I don't know. I go back and forth for like simple or jazz it up with the bunny. Let me know what you think, because I'm really thinking I need to take the bunny off. All my inspirations didn't have a bunny, except for Walmart. Walmart did have a bunny. So, let me know. Yay bunny, no bunny, what do you think? Either way, I think it's pretty cute, pretty happy with it. Once again, under $5. Thank you so much for watching.